Hello. I didn't know whether I was live or not just then. It's telling me that I am. So, good evening. It is Thursday night here. I'm Mrs. Red and back for another drawing night. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done my Thursday night live because last week I was at a expo and it was a huge day. Started very early, finished very late, and I literally walked in the door and collapsed. And I didn't even unpack the car until the next morning. So it was a very early night to bed. So we are on to part 4 of the Julia Roberts portrait in graphite pencil. So I'm going to flick over now. You can see that this is my webcam here. So I'm going to flick over to that now. And we're going to do a little drawing exercise first, and I'll explain why. So I'll just turn over to where's it gone? Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, hopefully that goes a little bit. It looks very yellow. Hopefully that's going to hopefully that's going to change. All right, so what I'm focusing on tonight is the hairline and a little bit of neck. There's not too much room that I've got there. And then I'm going to just get into fixing up a few bits. Things like if you look at her teeth, where her teeth are, and where my drawing is, you can see it's not as dark as it needs to be. So there's little areas like that. I'm sure I'm going to find areas around the face as well that will I will change as I move on with all of this here. I'm going to still go for an hour tonight, and hopefully where I'm at with it is where I'll finish, because I'm not going to do another night on this. So hopefully it won't take me more than an hour to just get down that hairline and make it look like it's a portrait. As close to Julia as I can get. So with the black and white example, as I've explained before, there is 2 that I've got. I've got the black and white one, which is quite dark. Whoops, hang on. Sorry, I was just trying to enlarge that. You can see it's quite dark. You cannot see her eyes at all. But I needed it to be dark to get the tones in the skin. So I will bring that one up to a size. And then I've got a colour one as well. So I'm not too sure which one I should. Maybe I should go back to the colour one. I'll do that now. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. I still think that's so yellow. I don't know why. I don't know how I'm going to go for heating here tonight. I'm feeling a bit hot already. I'll just take my shoes off. That might help. And I may have to open the door or take my jumper off. Okay, so I'm going to do a warm-up sketch today, because I have not, usually I like to sit down at least 15 minutes before I turn the camera on and just do a bit of drawing to get myself back into the rhythm. It's no different to when you are doing exercise. You should do some warm-up exercises before you exercise. So it is a good habit to get into. So I'm going to flick to the back of my sketchbook, which is very, very brand new and not been used before. I'm going to do it in, I'll do it in the 2B. Just make sure that's nice and sharp. I'm going to do a tonal scale for you. So this is a really good practice to get into for when you are going to start drawing, especially on something that you're already drawing on, and you're coming back in to keep drawing. I'm going to keep my phone handy as well, because I'm hoping that I am going live. Can't see any messages in regards to that, and I will set the phone for the hour very soon. All right, so tonal scale. One thing I do have to say with this tonal scale is I have done probably over 100 of these, so I'm going to make this look really easy. If you haven't done one before, I do have a video doing a tonal scale, and YouTube has kindly shared it with a lot of people. So it's had a lot of views. It's only a 3-minute video, but I'll show it to you here. So pick a pencil, a 2B, a HB is all you need. So I've got the 2B here. And all you're doing is going from dark, and as you go along your scale, you're just taking the weight off your pencil, and you naturally will slow down, and it will get lighter and lighter and lighter until your pencil is just touching the paper. So I'm not pressing very hard, but that is as dark as the 2B is going to get. And as I go out, I'm just going to release the pressure. You must be able to hear that in the microphone because it's quite close. And I'm now just tickling the paper, and you do have to slow down for this bit here as well. So I'm not sure whether you can even see that I'm touching the paper anymore. I looked up then and I put my pen down a little bit hard. Until it pretty much can't see anything. All right, and then you can go back into it and just neaten that up a bit. There we go. And that is a tonal scale. So it's good to do, you could do a page of them if you want to. Anything to get you into just warming up in preparation of drawing. With these tonal scales, mine will be quite straight, but sometimes you'll have a bit of a cyclone effect, and they'll get thinner as well. So they might stay straight, but actually thin out to something very small, or they may go in an angle. Usually they'll go up, they won't go down, but usually they'll go up. Absolutely no problem if that happens. It's all about just noticing what the pressure is, how much pressure you're putting on the pencil. The darkest dark you can get with that pencil to the lightest light you can get with that pencil. So that's a pretty good scale there. I just saw it on the screen and thought that looked a bit, you can really see that. I can't see it, it's the shadow. Hang on, I'm just getting a bit of a different angle of it now. I'm just making sure I wasn't putting my face right in the view of the camera then. It's a bit shiny for me. I've got studio lights on. There we go. That looks a bit better. Yeah, so that is a tonal scale. All right, so we will hopefully know that I am warmed up and ready to rock and roll. So there is still the paper behind my drawing there, and there we are, ready to get going. Now I'm just going to quickly take off this jumper because I'm warm and I don't want to be too warm doing this. I'm not going to get any cooler, I'm only going to get warmer. So I'll throw that over the back there. Hopefully that will stay. All right, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to stick with the 2B for now. Now I am going to need, I'll just grab another spare piece of paper, nice clean piece of paper. I'm going to need it to put over her. Actually, I remember from 2 weeks ago, I needed to use a few pieces. So what happened last week is I only used one piece of paper over the top, and through that piece of paper, I've managed to smudge that area there. So I've got the 4 sheets of printed paper here, nice and clean. So that will now be what I put over the top of the drawing as I'm drawing, because there's no way that movement of my hand is going to go through. So I'm going to go do 2 things here. One, I'm going to open up the chat. And secondly, hang on. There we go, chat's up. And secondly, I'm going to set my phone for the hour. And we'll see how we go. All right, so now that I've done that little warm-up exercise, we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to start up the top here. I'm going to have to do this area here first, which I'm going to have to block the whole drawing, but it has to be done. Yeah, so I'm going to just be starting with, or maybe I'll go the HB. HB or B? No, I'll go the HB. I'm going to go the HB first. I'm going to have a quick sip of wine before I start. There we go. All right, I've got the chat up there. I'm just not too sure if anyone can... it looks a bit blank to me, the chat section, so I don't know if... I'll wait until I see someone come in again. No one in at the moment, which is... I've seen someone pop in and then they popped out, so I'm hoping that it is live on YouTube. I don't know whether I can check or not. I might stuff things up by doing this. Hang on. Just doing a refresh. Oh no, it is on there. Yep. All right, back I come. Okay, so looking at where this hairline meets, it's kind of right above her, or the viewer's right eye. We've just got a little... You can hear my tunes in the background. That is just some chill out lounge music on YouTube. So that, we'll start there and go up there. And then that area is going to go back about here. Yeah, okay. I feel like the hairline, it definitely needs to have that break in there and start up here. So I'll have to draw a bit more of her skin in there. I have not drawn hair in years, so I'm not nervous, but I just have to take it slowly and remind myself. Now, I think it was a 2B that I was doing that skin tone with. Just get all my pencils out of my way. And I'll just... I'm just going to put it on mute if I can for a minute and yell at my husband to tell him to turn the football down. Okay, I'm back. I told him he needed to turn it down, and I will turn my music up a bit. And use the trusty paper blender. to the HB. All right, I'm just going to use the HB just to mark areas in, make sure I get everything. Look, it's quite dark all around this area here. Very dark. It's not actually hairline. Hairline goes out there, so I'm going to have to get 3B. Now I'm using my reference as the black and white one, so I should probably go back to the colour one as well. I have had a bit of feedback from a couple of people who have been following along. Everyone has to work at their own pace, and I haven't seen any results as yet, but some have had to go back to some of the other videos, plus other videos on YouTube, just in regards to sketching the face. But it's great to know that people are looking in and checking it out and having a go as well. That's the whole idea behind this. I just cannot see my chat. I don't know why. It's there. The little box is there, but it's not. Normally it will have something for me to no. There's a few new features on this streaming service that I use. So maybe that's what's changed. They've actually changed the chat window. Now, if you've been following along, you'll know that I am wanting to change my chair that I sit on. I've just ordered the new chair, and I'm in for major spinal surgery as well, which has got nothing to do with sitting at all. And that spinal surgery was actually meant to be next Wednesday. And the surgery rang me yesterday and kindly let me know that they've pushed me back 2 weeks. So I wasn't really happy about that, but there's nothing I can do about it either. Someone else is needed on the theatre table more urgently than myself. So I will start a new drawing next week. I was planning on having maybe 2 weeks off, and then doing a whole heap of drawing. So I don't know what I will start next week. I don't know if it'll be another portrait, another still life, whether I should move on from graphite and go into either coloured pencil or watercolour, gouache. I got some new gouache paints the other day, so maybe I should do a little gouache painting. Let me know in the chat if you're listening to this, of course. If there's something that you want to join me in drawing, that angle kind of goes that way. Just doing this outline in the HB again. I might actually go back to or share the black and white one. Let's put that one there for a minute. So I'm not too sure how well you can see what I'm doing at the moment because it's very light, but it has to be. So this is the HB pencil that I'm using just to get all these areas in. There's that light bit there that sort of comes to here. And then we get a nice big light curl. And then where the ear is, very dark. Someone keeps jumping in and jumping out. I'm not sure if it's the same person, what the problem is. I'm not getting any messages from anyone that I do know who does have my phone number. Okay. All right, so the plan for the hair is just basically to put it in one shade and then build on that and then take from it. So even though I've drawn in this line here, which is a light area, it really needs to go darker either side of it. No, you've been out. Don't need to go out again. I think from memory, hair is very much about those layers. So putting down that mid-tone first. Very, very light. That area there, I've probably gone a bit too dark. I might actually just remove some of that. It's not very obvious for you on the screen, but it's just a bit darker than I wanted. No. I'm using 3B. I might just jump back to the 2B for this light, but actually, no, I'm going to go to the HB. Much nicer. I will add detail to this area here once I've established like the rest of the hairline. Oh, Florence, you don't need to go out. You've been out. Okay, I'm just going to put it on mute because my chair scratches. Oh, now I've got to tuck my chair in. I accidentally gave her a bit of a push then. She likes to just sit there and go, well, I don't know if I want to go out or not. I was just wanting you to open the door for me. She much prefers me to have the door open so she can come and go as she pleases. Too cold. There are some wispy bits of hair up the top there, which I'm not going to really pay too much attention to. Uh, 3B. I'm using the 3B at the moment. Gosh, it says I've been live for 30 minutes already. What's it say on my phone? 40 minutes to go. I spent 10 minutes talking and doing the warm-up sketch. So from memory, the idea behind doing hair, especially hair that is sandy blonde, like Julia's is just layers, and then just pressing down a little bit harder, using a softer weight as well for the dark strands. I need to get this all a bit darker, I think. Now I've got that real golden bit that comes down here. So right in her eyes. Make sure I'm being okay with her there. Make sure I'm not smudging an artwork that I've put 3 hours into so far. Actually, it's probably closer to 4 hours. I haven't stopped at an hour for any of the other 3 sessions. Oh, I'm not happy that I can hear that football. I did leave the door open a gap tonight. I don't know why. And it's opened up even more. When the cat comes in, I'll close it. That will be the good thing about the new chair that I'm getting. It's on wheels. So you won't hear it scratching the tiles. Now there's a bit of a wave. Got to check. Oh no, right down here where I've put that. So that curl comes down, kind of wraps around out to here, and then that one comes down there. I can see that someone's joined again. If you can just say hello in the chat for me, because the chat box has changed in the software that I use, the streaming software, and I'm not sure whether or not I can see chat So if that person who has joined, just let me know if you can hear me okay, you can see me okay. How's that looking? I wonder if it's going to look like Julia in the end. I'll tell you one thing about drawing hair. You do not have to be absolutely to the hair precise. As long as it looks like hair and it's flowing, you're on the right path. Now that goes down there. So that curl. Still using the 3B again. Okay, I need to mute and close this door. All right, I'm back. That's better. I can't hear it so much now. Okay, how are we going there? Very, very, very softly. Let me have a look at this one again. Okay, it is good to look at the dark again as well. This one is actually not as dark as the reference that you're seeing. So I'm actually going to jump back to it for a minute. And I might bring her down a bit there and move it down the bottom there, so that way you can see both the black and white one and the color. You can always get these images from me if you subscribe to my website. You get an email on a Wednesday night which will actually contain the image that I'm using, so you actually get the black and white and the color. And because it is a photograph of, I don't know, something, I can't credit the photographer. It's of Julia. There was 1,000 photos, and I had to try and find one that she was looking straight front on to the camera, and I really wanted her to just be smiling as well. It was actually quite hard. There's a lot side on ones, but nope, I needed that front on, and I needed it to be very natural looking as well. I didn't want it to be at an awards night with heaps of makeup on. Using the black and white for this is actually a lot easier. You can just break down where the dark shapes are. Hopefully I'm still going okay over the face. It's not pushing onto the other piece of paper, so we'll hope that everything's okay. Just putting in a bit of dark on the root there. I need to get brave and do the front here as well. Don't know if you can hear that music that I'm playing, but it's very nice. Just YouTube stuff. 3 hours worth. That's good. Don't know what that light bit was there. Okay, how are we looking there? Very, very light. Got to get darker. Don't really want to go up in pencil though. I think, or maybe I use some 5B somewhere. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to go to a 4B. I feel like I need to get a bit darker. Very much you're doing the stroke like you are drawing the hairline. I don't know if that's too obvious. The other thing, well, you'll see it on socials. I always put the photos up on socials, but in the newsletter that goes out, we'll have an image as well, which is probably the best quality image that you'll see. Because I don't think the camera, I don't know, I haven't got the lighting completely right. Just building up layers, 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 and layers. Keep looking at what you're drawing. I have the added benefit of being able to look up at a screen as well, give you a different perspective of it. Okay, let's get some darks happening around here. Oh, that sneeze made me get a bit of a runny nose. Hearing all the sounds tonight. Football, the chairs, the cat, sneezing. I won't blow my nose, I'll turn it on mute. Okay, I'm just going to turn on mute and blow my nose. All right, I'm back. I'm actually liking what's happening there with that hair. It's not dark enough yet, but that's okay. Much easier to keep going dark than it is light, and I'll get that area darker there as well. But I'll just continue on down here, and then I'll be able to work on that. And oh gosh, what's the time? Yeah, 22 minutes left. Well, I'll just see how I go. See how we go. I would like to have the other side down, so maybe I need to have to go back to the colour one for, oh, that's the other one I've got on there. Might go for this one. That's actually a bit more in line with what we're doing there. I've got the 4B in my hand at the moment. I'm going to go the HB. Didn't really realise that I had the 4B in my hand, so I was using that for the top bit. Okay, I've got to darken those areas around that 3B. 3B around there. In the 3B. It's a bit of a hard area. Can't really see what's going on. Now this earring, 4B. Now I'm going to get a very fine. I'll go to a 5H, very, very hard pencil. Go to the HB. Can I please have some? Yes. Thank you. Using the 4B again here. I might go to the 3B for this bit in here. Got a scratch on my finger and I keep scratching it. Back to the HB. Very lucky to have all these pencils to use. And I'll go to the 4B again. Okay, let me just see. I've got two chats, yet I cannot see any chat. That's very, very annoying. I don't know why I cannot see the chat. I can see a little bubble that says 2 on it. All right, I'm going to have to check that out later. I wonder if it's... let me just see what time I'm looking at. 11 minutes left. Done half a head of hair. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure what's going on there. I'll have to work that out later. Guests. Read. No. Hide chat. Sorry. Can't help with that at the moment. Where's my colour one? Yep, it's all dark. That's good. Using the 4B. Okay, so that goes there. Oops. Let's go back to the H. So I've got dark hair coming. Hang on. We've got that happening there, and then that hair's coming through. It's hard to know where to actually finish. Hang on, got to bring that up. Hard to know where to finish out here. Because we've got more hair coming through here. And we've got a jacket that starts about... Where's the colour one? So that hair dark. About there. We'll go the 4B. So not happy about the fact that I can see 2 chats and I can't see the chat. Go to 3B. Team invite guests. Yeah, I just have no idea what's going on. It's not very fair that I can't see the chat. Anyway, what I'm going to do with all of this once I have completed the drawing is edit all the videos and put it into one video, one complete video, and it will be all sped up. And gosh, I reckon there's 4 hours of drawing at the moment, so maybe get it down to about half an hour. am I using? 3B. Okay, how's that starting to look? Oh gosh, I still think her eyes are way too close together and her nose is too long. So, but anyway, it's all really good practice. Really good practice. That's what I'm going to keep saying anyway. Always gives me a fright when the alarm goes off. So how are we going there? Trying to look like there's hair, getting a bit of highlight happening here. I shouldn't be surprised that I've only got half a head done. Okay. See, the thing is, I'm really getting into this now. So I know, what is it now? A minute 13. I mean, an hour 13. I am just going to keep drawing for now anyway. I might get hit by the tide soon, which I can't believe hasn't happened yet, given that I've actually been up. It is 8:45 at night now, and I got up, I do not lie, at 3:50 a.m. I got up for a Zoom business call to the States. It was 1 p.m. for them, 4 a.m. for me. So I've been up a long time today. Yeah. I'm just making it up here a bit. Kind of got to know where to stop on, like where the page is stopping as well. And where am I? Got to be careful. I can feel my finger hitting the graphite of the page then. I need to sharpen this pencil again. Okay, let's get this happening here. I don't know if my cat wants to come in or not. She's just sitting out there in the cold. I think she knows if she comes in, I'm not going to let her out again. She's probably loving it as much as I am that it's actually cooler weather. I'll just put in a little bit more here, and then I'm going to go to the other side, I think, and just put some graphite down. And then that way, if I can do that, then I can finish the rest of it off camera. I don't want to finish with half a head of hair though. Okay, all right, finish down there. How are we going, Julia? Okay, I'm all good with it. This is going to be difficult. Let me think. What was it? Was it 3B? I think I started with the HB. Got the outline. And now I've got to work completely the opposite way. I'll put all those little hairs in. Just the top of her head there is just chopped off, but it's fairly easy to see what's happening. There we go. Good. Okay, so from there. Maybe. I have no idea what my husband's watching now. Can't really make out. If it's Louis Theroux. Sounds like an interview of something. Still have 2 people who have chatted to me, but I cannot see the chat. Go back to the HB here. It's very light. Actually, it's cat's run off. She's gone somewhere. She'll let me know when she's ready to come in. Might just have to angle this book around a little bit here. Because otherwise I do not feel natural in the way I was drawing just then. I can see I can need that 4B soon. It's a lot lighter. Oh, Pussycat wants to come back in now. All right, let me just bring her back inside. I'll just put the mute on so the chair doesn't screech. There we go. She came straight in, which was nice. Go back to that HB. She better not jump up on the table. She did that when I was doing the watercolour a couple of weeks ago. Jumped up right and went straight under the camera. Now I've got to be careful that I don't stuff up the angle here. Tempted to go to the 4B. I think it's too soon for that. Where's my 2B gone? 2B. Okay, I need to move it back around again. And go back to the HB because I need it to be sort of the same as that there. The pace I go at, you wonder how people get those sketches done, like Rodriguez or whatever his name is on the YouTube. Oh, not the YouTube, the subway, I don't know what it's called, the tube in New York. I think that's where he is. Gets on the train and draws people who are just sitting opposite him. He must sketch so fast, it's not funny. God, he does such a great job of it too. Okay, just had a look at the screen. Loving this music tonight. So that goes. Three. Got to get this hair falling. Got to get that darker. To be Sorry, I'm not giving much away tonight. I think it's because I haven't done hair in so long that I'm kind of just working my way through it. But as you can see, it's just a lot of layers, and really relying on the different weights of pencil tonight too. A lot of this portrait has been done with the 2B, but with this hair, it's a team effort. Okay, that's going to be better. I'm just going to go back to the H. Don't know about this song that's on. It's very repetitive. What have I got here? Where's the 4B gone? I've lost my 4B. There it is. Now, what did I use? The 5H. All right, back to the 5H. Yeah, I think he's listening to Louis Theroux out there. Legend that he is. I bought my husband the Louis Theroux book for Christmas. My husband does not read, so he knows that I bought it really for me. I'd like him to read. But I'll be the one reading that book. Really mixing my pencils up here at the moment. Jumping from the HB to the 2B to the 5H to the 4B. Oh, I can see that that looks too flat. That's all right. I can change that. I should go back to the HB for this, although it is darker. Just going to sharpen the 2B. Got to be careful. Reaching out for the 5H. It's just a hard pencil, so it's just needed that little bit there. That's interesting. Got that hair coming right over her neck there. 4B along here. close to 2 hours on the screen, and it will be on, yeah, an hour 40 on my watch. I can't stop now though. Not the hairline anyway. Maybe. Okay, start a bit there. Just going to bring it up a bit. There we go. Now I'm going to have to do a neck before I get into that bit there. So I'm actually thinking of finishing it here so that I can then just do that area. And then all the little areas that need touching up, like the top of her head there, which you can't see, needs a bit more shape to it. Because this I'm not going to need to sort of warm up to get back into. It's pretty much done. It's more just finishing off that area there. So I think I might call it a night now. As I keep going. Well, Julia, it doesn't really look like you, but again, it doesn't look not like you. Yeah, all right, I'm going to call it a night because we're just about to hit the 2-hour mark on the clock and 12 minutes to go on mine. So we'll call that one a night. I'll leave it there and quickly go back and say goodbye. There we go. All right, now I still can't see my chat, which is very annoying because I realise that 2 people have actually said something and I don't know how to find it. So I'll have a look into that. But thank you. I will not do another Julia night. I will finish this one off in my own time, and then put all 4 episodes together, and make a bit of a, speed it up, make it a little bit of a more entertaining one than just sitting here watching me draw. So thank you for that. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, do all the stuff that you're meant to do. Follow me on socials, show me your work on socials, or email it to me, and subscribe to the website, because you will get these emails the night before, and you'll get the image that I'm drawing. So till next week, have a good time. See ya.